G'day viewers, Cam Werrett here, aka Stone Toad. This is the American Outback. Controls always go absolutely bunter here. As you can see, there's a bit of equipment on this farm. Run case, and of course you saw big brute there. Spraying machine. Love these sheddings, heaps of them around. Absolutely fantastic. I got this straw barn of that on the American map on 19 at the moment. These all noisy bus boxes. Yes. I don't know. It seems to have a lot more equipment on this one, eh? We've got the black sheep modding line up here. Black sheep modding truck. This is 17 by the way, so yeah, this is where it's come across from. Hey, I wonder if it's got the same reg. Should have. Year of startup, I suppose. No, we'll have to check that later. His flatbed trailer, the very long tippers, very heavy duty, manufactured well. This is, I'm pretty sure, is the, what do they call it? The Tiger, the Horch one. I can't remember what they call it. It's something got to do with tigers or something like that. I can run. So we've got the manure spreader up here. We got the forage wagon. See the not the condition of the grass. The content of the grass is like a sort of a weedy. That's weird. You got a bit of like ryegrassy type thing, just like our grass, except those things there are probably Salvation Jane and Patterson's Curse. Yeah. No, not everywhere's got it. If you do a proper weed control. So these silos are actually on the game itself. I didn't put them here. That's why I use them all the time on the other end. 19. Love this fence though. This is the cow paddock. That's the old log fence. See, cow paddock and that's all the same. What I might do is I don't want to remove the texture. Look, there's some Salvation Jane right there with the purple flowers on it. It is Salvation Jane type of thing. Be some prairie weed or something. Yeah, what I was saying about this texture, I wanted to keep that dry look. If you cut it and it goes to grass and starts conditioning the paddocks to grass. The Hurleyman on the actual sprayer, that's a combination I fell in love with on 17, and the old girl burgles away there and it makes a beautiful little startup sound. Actually, I just heard the soundtrack. I'll show you. This is a beauty, if you can hear it, of course. Hear that? Bump, 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 bump. I just heard the soundtrack for the 4440s coming out. Black Sheep modding, of course. He loves doing all the older tractors, like the there's the bales and that there. I was going to try to do some more baling in that properly. Normally you just like auto load everything. The game, like the game itself, it stops you from doing things because of the way everything's so packed in, if you know what I mean. Like everything's so. Oh, this is the New Holland trailers in red. Yeah, it gives you an option of yellow and red with the round bars. Yeah. Get that. the round bales and the square bales. So I went with the red for here. They look, again, look at these fences and that. Now they're the biscuit. We got a biscuit wedge in that in there. Okay. Look at the wood grain in that. And the old red barns. See, this is the sort of shedding in that, like these sheddings in that. I wish they'd come out in 19 with a pack like this, with these silos. I've just put one of these silos. Whoop, the concrete silos, the round top ones. Actually, that's a full silo system. They got that actually, I think. But there's a round top silo system. I just put it next to my barn on my John Deere one on 19, John Deere farm. The water tower. So anywho, let's see what we got to do. I haven't got any cows or anything on there at the moment. Oh. Bit of a different layout, sort of. Not enough old gear up for sale. I've got 7 mil, I just threw this money in and that, so didn't want to muck around with it too much. What am I doing? Once you got, see, there's the yellow bubbles there. Alright, what do we actually own here? I forget what we own. We've got number 1. We have, I thought we had 2 in that near the farm itself. But it looks like we've only got number 1 down in town. Is that it? That can't be it, can it? We haven't bought anything yet. Alright, well I'll show you how you've got to buy it in here. I want to buy 8 and 7 and put those two together. But what we'll do at the moment, because we're down on this end of town, I want to go and buy some of these smaller ones. So you got to visit, yes, or visit. Then you have to push the sign is should be right here. The marker. So you push the left one down. That will give you a price list. $490,000 for 6 hectares. Yeah, we'll do that. Grazie. Oh, no, I just accepted the job, didn't I? Oh, I'm an idiot. Or did I? No, I did. I accepted the job. Guess what? We're going to be doing a job. Alright, we're going to have to do that then. More for me. Problem with the return, yeah, they got a time to return to the field if you go too far away. But as you can see, I'm just going to try to pick this up. Has no indication of where it is or anything like that. So oh, wrong one. Triangle. There we go. Unfold the big beastie. I actually just employed one of these again the other day in John Deere colours because all the new cones and that was just way too much slot space. I never used to worry about slot space. We used to just get whatever put on it. But then for some reason I started really worrying about slot space. Just started saying that I had no room in that, and then let's go in cab, check it out. Oh, nice. What did I do that for? Lower and on, please. Oh, didn't turn on. What's happening? It's not turning on. No, there we go. Got to push triangle and change it. So put cruise control on. Go out for a minute, check the angle of the dangle. Yeah, she's right. Make it go a bit. Go back in, follow me line. Sunflowers. Sunflowers are a good crop. I will see crops on the plain 17 I know, but I'm going to keep going back and forth between the two. So this is the American Outback. I needed a map to play with all those red American barns and stuff like that. So straight away I thought, go back to 17 and play this. They do have in testing they had a like that big square place, if you've been following my thing, that modern workshop and that. They got one basically in red and white coming out. I don't know if it's for in conjunction with Lancing Boys map that's coming out. Yeah, I think I might be going on Millennial Farm if that comes out. That's probably going to come out before Lancing Boy releases his map, so I might just bounce over to that one instead, because I've got the Walker Farm maps that I've got, like I've got a John Deere map thing that I've made up on there, and the more modern farm. So yeah, and I was waiting for Stone Valley, so I might, Millennial Farm's probably going to come out before it comes out, so I'll just jump straight across and grab that, in case I have to. Yeah. But I wanted a map, so I didn't have to do anything to it. I was just going to get a playthrough map type of thing. So, oi, a missing crop. Yes, I don't have anything against case or anything like that. Like, but it actually means nothing to me. What tractors, like brand name, like here in Australia we got many different tractors, brand names. You know, a lot of the farms have gone to the big gear, like Cases and John Deere's and Challengers and Jesse, everything under the sun basically. All the big gear, new gear. That's what I love about 17. Black Sheep Modding put out a couple of nice little maps. We've got the creamery that we will be doing on this map as well, and is it not probably Yellow Farm? Is it probably Yellow Farm? My brother used to play the. I'll work out which it is. I'll do it later anyway. But yeah. So Black Sheep Modding's I'm going to be showcasing some of the older maps. Like I said, with everybody going over to PS5, mums, dads, grandma, grandpas. Even if you don't grab it for yourself, it's playing games and that gets your brain and that all active in that. So and your hand-eye coordination do a lot better in that. You know, like if you don't exercise your brain, you go a bit backwards at times. Sorry about that, pause. I was a bit backwards for a minute. But yeah, so yeah, with everybody going across the 4 games will be available, and the consoles and that will be available. People will be getting rid of a lot of them just to make that transition and stuff like that. They'll be going through the new stuff where you can cross over formats. Like my brother's on Xbox, so I'm hoping to get one of those so I can jump across and then play with him, because he sort of when he jumped across from here, PS4, just before I started doing the YouTube stuff. So yeah, so I had no body to actually come along and do multiplayers and that sort of thing. The kids had got all their multi-millions of games and that they've got, which they play with their mates all the time, so a little left and a ledge a bit. But yeah, so he's going to be doing that, so I'll stay in this line because I sort of mucked up a bit before. Yeah, so all of them will be available, so then when you're getting games, like this game here is 17, which we're playing on a console, 4 console, which I'm playing on right now. So go out and grab it for the kids and that. They'll be cheaper than what you originally pay. Many hours of fun when they're starting out and that. They'll learn the difference between the 2 different game formats. Like in this one here, you can't really, you can put buildings and that down, you can place buildings and stuff like that. You can buy mods and place stuff and that sort of thing, but most of nearly every single map on that on here is the map itself. You can't change really anything, which is good. And some kept that, like Oakville Farm and all the rest of that, kept that when they went across to and Lone Oak, Fort Bill's map and that stayed the same, that you couldn't like rip everything off. Not saying it's a bad thing, because Walker Farm is my go-to format. Basically, the map itself is the one that I use all the time. I used to use it all the time on 17 too, because of the vastness of those paddocks and that. You know, it's like we don't have little lanes and with hedgerows and stuff in Australia. We have half of their laneways are the side of our roads, from the bitumen to the actual fence line. So, and then you've got a fence line. You haven't got any bushes and stuff like that, unless it's out scrub way. But yeah, so wide open paddocks and stuff like that. Room to make a big mistake. Yes, so I actually enjoy it. The map itself. I'm actually glad that they actually, the Walker Farm, let Mapper's Paradise go in there and do all that, because it's the duck's guts, mate. These Hole in My Shoe 2 maps and that basically I got on this one. Yeah, sort of lean to Mustang Valley and that sort of thing. Lean towards some of those, so actually Black Sheep Modern Hole in My Shoe. But the case gear on here, normally I use Massey Ferguson's. I'm sort of like I don't go band in particular, but Massey Ferguson's always been my favourite. And then when on this there was all the old pack as well, which was like yes. And they had the old tractor pack as well, which I've got installed. Oakville Farm, I had the back shed with all the old school tractors and that in it, and the piggery had the working Massey Ferguson's there, and then like it was my that was my go-to map. I used to go to it all the time and just play. And I've actually just downloaded it again on 19 because I'm having I don't know. I need a map I can play that I knew that could work. And I put all my class stuff on it because class is just like that's a map. You don't have to change anything. Everything's all there. That's Oakville Farm I'm talking about. You will see it. I'll pop it up every now and then on 19. I don't want to flood the channel with it or anything like that. I want to do different maps like this, like not so much different maps, because once I start playing these ones on 17 I'm going to keep them and just go on with them. Only to have the map format, because I wanted an Outback map, like the Australian Outback map, but because I've got it on PC. But yeah, okay, then PC's not working. There you go. Brand new laptop and that I've got wasn't compatible for running those games, so yeah, not made of money. So again, we just go change it out and do them all. So I'm stuck to the console. So what I'm doing on the console is now I'm going to go from 17 to get that sort of Outback dry feel. but it's American Outback, of course. It's like the Nevada one on 19. Yeah, the old Roswell one. But yeah, I was thinking the other day that Lancey Boy wants to put all this innovative stuff on that all over his map and put all these brand new sheddings and stuff in that looks a lot like Oregon to me. But, if he wants to put all the new stuff on there, why doesn't he put like on Nevada map? It's got the irrigation, the pivot irrigation thing, so you can do the loosen crops and that in the loose pivot irrigations. Got paddocks and that for it. Have that installed in there. Shy Wizard is really good with his map stuff. I'll be checking him out, which is I think where the clover and the rye's coming from anyway. So I love his goats, man. Shy Wizard, just to touch on that for a minute. Shy Wizard, I was checking out his channel on that and checking out his how he's doing local farming, how he put the new piping and that in for his crops and that. And I actually went on it the other day and went, oh, yeah, look good with the piping and that thing. So it doesn't matter, but he's had a thing there. I've got goats on the farm, you know, and he had yeah, he had some goats in it on his farm. They got a thing on PC with you got geese and you got goats and stuff like that. So I was thinking, yeah, maybe that would be an innovation thing to do with put a goats instead of sheep, or including sheep, like one of the sheep, take one of the sheep out, plain white ones or something, leave all the coloured stuff there, the Suffolk stuff, and just put a goat, like skin over it type of thing in its place, so you can pick it from your menu and actually run goats on your farm. That would be cool. Australia does a lot of goat farming, exports a lot overseas. A lot of them are feral goats up north and that. They breed up in numbers, same as camels and horses and everything else that breed up out in the outback and that sort of thing, which are exported. You know, our camels are the healthiest, disease-wise and everything, camels in the world. They end up going back to the... You got some good camel farms in Australia, and I'll call it, and there's one back in the day, the local one, Amples, there's some camels as well. But yeah, different animals. We all love different animals. I'd have goats. I don't really put, like, I was watching DJ the other day when the piggery was put on, and running through that, no problem. And he was saying there wasn't going to be any sheep, there wasn't going to be any chickens like people wanted. And I thought, good, he doesn't want to be coming out soon. And now the sheep are on now, he's taking a break and that because he's overdone himself, and I don't know. Like I said, Millennial Farm will probably be out before he's finished. Still waiting for Henry to come out, the new truck, because I'll be playing that one. That will be my truck. It will replace the Roadrunner once it lobs, because we can't have brand names like Camweb and Mac and all the rest of that the PC's got on their games. So well, their trucks, that's like I'm spewing about the PC not working, because you know I could have all that on there as the road trains and stuff. No, it's not to be. Never mind. In this map, you'll see me doing flyovers and that later on this map, and we'll be checking out. You see the timer up there in the right hand top corner? That timer is how much of the paddock you got to have the paddock basically done in that time, which is something I forgot to mention. That's why I have to continue on this and just gas bag, because the simple fact is that you've got to do a certain percentage. That little green thing there that's counting down, that's will count off down to absolute zero. It will disappear altogether, and that's when you've done enough on the paddock to get the contract, basically. I didn't really want the contract. I was going to buy the paddock itself, but more fooled me. Wasn't paying attention. Pushed the wrong button. That's one of the problems. Keep pushing X to buy stuff from that when I was supposed to push square and then X and excuse me. I'm gonna go out, Max. Yeah, just those little things like that between the two games. Let's drop this off again. Like on 19, when you get a bit changing implements and that sort of thing, that triangle button is the one that, if you're stuck, push the triangle button a couple of times, see what happens. You know, with trailer combinations now I run, I'm got to count the actual dolly in as one trailer, then the truck is actually counted as two for some reason. I don't know why it's two, but I thought we're halfway through. Right. Whoa, we're halfway there. Alright. So yeah, maps. They're excellent, aren't they? Talented people that make them though. Like Mappers Paradise is doing millennial farming that now. I've been watching some of these videos and that, well, heaps of these videos actually, to try to get a feel for the land, but majority of the stuff I'm watching is him in the workshop or going visiting everything, and I just realised the other day that apparently they've got cows on there or something. It's a dairy farm, so I'm going to have to download all these videos and go through and pick the ones I want to watch. I didn't even realise that it was a dairy, because I watched 10th generation dairy all the time, and I watched Iowa Dairy Boys as well. He does a lot of drone stuff, so I get to see the layout of his place. So I like how farms work as well with Ryan. You get to see when they're doing drones. Drones is pretty cool actually on their farms, because you get to see how the train's set out and that. Like Tom's one that's coming up. I'm sure I saw Tom had a bio plant or something that he was making electricity or something. I'm sure I watched a video on that, but the other one I watched the other day has got the shopper course for the Highland cattle. So what are they going to do? They're going to bring out Highland cattle just for that map, I hope. Man, Scottish Irish and Scottish Highland cattle. That'll be great on the farm. Big shaggy bull. Get in there, lad. Yeah. So he's got the shop on that as well, a bit like Jimmy's farm. No comparison whatsoever. Why have we got the map down there? Get away. Okay, I try to keep the screen as empty as possible from everything. I reduce it all down, like on 19 as well. I do it down to 50%. So it shows more of the actual screen itself, of the actual play itself. So I could probably go a little bit wider and on their head, but I don't want you. So check out the interior of here. I don't know, what do you reckon, the graphics on 17 compared to 19? You know, like when I first went on 19, they had tree trunks swinging around like bloody snakes, and that was ridiculous. I'm glad I wasn't filming back then. like Commodore 64 kind of format stuff off trees and shit. It was like ridiculous. Like look at the trees out there, even from here. They look kind of sexy. Yeah, I was a bit disappointed in some of the maps. Some of those maps were sort of really rushed to get out. I'm not a map maker or anything, so you know I shouldn't be saying anything. Who am I to say anything? Exactly. Who the hell are you, mate? Say anything about maps? You don't make them. Well, actually on PC, Giant said that here's a pack that everybody can use at one stage. My PC and the setup, I probably would try to produce maps, but they wouldn't be British all the time. Nothing wrong with common maps. Actually, I like, as you notice, I like other country maps. Mainly because there's no Australian ones. There is one Ningen farm, Western Australian farm. That's just had an update. Looks 100% better. I'm going to actually do a map on my second character. If I can, I'm going to try to keep it off to one side because I don't know how much I have to take off to put on even Millennial Farm. I don't know how much, how many other maps I've got to take off to put that one on the map, to get it on, to play it. I was hoping to do the other thing, but you know, I had it all picked out which farms I was going to do and that sort of thing. I'm not sure how much space I've got left now on that map. I had my chook sheds and it all picked out because there wasn't going to be any. The small piggery I was going to, the small sheep pen I was going to put on there. Well, actually I wasn't going to put sheep on it at all. Just going to keep up the cattle barns and that's Lancey's got on his maps. With the feed bays and stuff is excellent. The loading ramps and that, you know, to a lot of people. So even on Ningen Farm, there's a L-shaped tabletop, everybody will probably call it, in the shed bed. There's a wool sorting shed. Actually, I think the sheep are right near there. I'll take the stuff off and that straight away off his granddad's farm. I'm gonna, like I said, I'll do a map of the actual farm itself and leave it that way, and I'll build yeah, I was going to say I'll do my own cattle farm that somewhere else, but they don't like those little things. I reckon Granddad needs some barbed wire and stuff around, or a little lean-to or something, a little shed net in there for his stuff, or proper stockyards. See, that's the thing about these maps, right? These 17 maps I'll show you later. The stockyards and that, and the sale points. You got cattle in there. You got which map did I see the other day? Oh, that was a creamery as well. With all calves in the pens, and stuff like when I did a Granddad's farm on 17, Ballincraig Estate. Yeah. By McCormick, map by McCormick. When I did that as Granddad's farm, what happened was a guy I know, one of the blokes I talk to on a regular basis, Dub. He used to work on a dairy farm in New Zealand, and he was going, "Oh man, I like where'd you get the calves and that from?" And I told him it was 17 game, you know. But I was playing it off as the cow had a bit of mastitis and a late calf, that sort of thing, and the calves in the shed there, and it's on a 17 map. See, on the creamery, which is a black sheep modding map. I'll show you that place later. I don't know how I'm going to go because with it, because if you go anywhere near the shop, which I want to show off the shop and the sign and that, it actually tells the history of the actual farm itself. It's in Marylands, Yeah, based on a farm in Maryland, but I don't know if that's a copyright or whatever, if it plays that message, like the Walker Farm thing, when I sort of try to stay away from Nick's board and that when I first started them up. I don't know if it's copyright or something. He says welcome to his farm and that, so I suppose it's authorised and that sort of thing. Black Sheep Modern, it must be authorised. But I mean, like, it was, you know, for the map itself, when you had this game, you brought the map out, you did the map, it said that, and gave you a bit of history about the place, and that's all fine and dandy, but I don't know how it will go with me actually recording it and putting it out there. Well, playing the map and it's on there and leave it in there, you know what I mean, like the music background, that sort of thing. I don't know how it will go. If it comes to it that I can't, it's going to stop me from playing the game just like that map because of it, then the map will be binned, basically. I'll go on to another map, Italian map or something. There's so many maps to choose. See, the real German, that sort of thing, maps with the small little sheds with all the 550 friggin' animals in it that you can't even see any of them. See, I'll only put 20 cattle on, say, like Lone Oak and that, because that's all you can see. At the moment, that cow yard that I use a lot, with the trees and that in it, well, it's supposed to have trees in it, I employed the tree pack just to put the trees back on these maps, the mods that I get because they got trees, you know what I mean? Like this one particular, I'm not going to say which one it is because everybody will know if they watch. One particular house that I really love has got a yard and that and trees and stuff, but it's got its little, it's little brother standing right next to it, no trees in that, you know, like I can put it amongst the trees if you know what I mean. Get right back, of course. I mean, the whole point in downloading that particular yard net because of it. But never mind. It's just it's annoying. And that's got some sunflowers on the wall. Nice big picture of the sunflower. It's got some great art all the way through that house. Whoever made that mod in the first place, that's a nice house actually. It's got full pastel, like full palette paint art stuff all over the walls and that. It looks good. I like it a lot. That's why I have it on all my makeshift games now. Like I said, this thing here, big open places, right? Hence the outback thing. Okay? That little word saying outback, big places, sprawling, dry, and that's exactly what this one is. And like I said, the stockyards are unbelievable on these maps. Excuse me. Oh, bloody emphysema. In case you don't know, I'll say it. This is the reason why I got into this in the first place. I've got a heart and lung disease. It's all terminal. So the reason why I started this up, I didn't know how long I was going to have left. I've already been locked down for 19 years, so everybody else can't stay crazy. I'm used to it. Yes, restricts where you can go and stuff. People said to me when it first happened back in the day, oh man, you'd be able to go fishing and that all the time. No. Oh, I was dead for 40 minutes, so yeah, I could have a turn at any minute. So anyway, what I say, FTW, get on with it. It's like GTA when the bike DLC came out. I went, yes, I'll have that, thanks. Some of the bikes are in there, and I've got it my thing on my channel. If you go and check it out, can wear it. That's probably where you're seeing this. Is my YouTube channel. If you go and check it out, you will see my welcome to the clubhouse and that will show all my 57 Chevys and that sort of thing. It's well, actually they call something else. I wish they just wouldn't, you know, I don't know why they don't want to promote their equipment, their stuff they've built in that by brand name. I just don't understand that. Like, everybody in the world knows what it is. Like, for example, I'll just quickly say it, the Rodeo in this game in 19 is actually a GMH truck in Australia. It's a GMH four-wheel drive crew cab. Yeah, and that's a Rodeo, so it gets a bit confusing when everybody's looking at a F100, but we won't say the other brand name that goes along with that. The good old affectionate Effie. I used to carry a card around, a Weepix card, of a Effie ambulance. When I was a kid, I used to have, when I got my first wallet, it was in my wallet, and I used to carry it around with me, and that was my dream machine once. I was going to get that and turn it into a work truck and travel around, camp out in it, and travel around welding and that sort of thing. Yeah, that never happened. I got a factory job. Stayed in the factory for ages, then started doing like, couldn't handle being on my feet 24/7 doing the same thing, robotic. Feeling like a bit of a robot, so I did shed building and stuff and travel around Australia a bit, different states and that. Working in conditions, you know, picking up metal, scraping all the ice and that off at first. Good stuff, mate, good stuff. How long have we got? Oh, we're nearly complete. Oh, sorry, it added green to it, not disappeared. I forgot which way that actually goes. Don't really do jobs. So we're going to get there, and then this is getting drawn out a bit. So yeah, that's a bit annoying. We're not even going to get the end of it to see. So you can see how long this thing's taken. It's nearly a full hour. We're going to get cut off soon before we even finish. And I can't remember even how much. You can check out the front of this video and see how much it actually was I was going to get for this job. But I pushed the button and I was supposed to buy the paddock. I might actually still buy it because it's got no crop in it, but it's not a very smart thing to do at the minute. But like I said, I cheated some money in, so I already used that money up. I was hoping to get rid of it a bit, so we'll get a couple of places, because I'm pretty sure. Where am I? I think the farm's just over that way, or maybe that way. Anywho, it's right down the bottom end. Oh, look at the sunflowers. Yummy, yummy. Yeah, we're up the river to fish one day, and there was an Iraqi family up there, and their kids and that were next to us and that, and fishing away. And we're putting out the yabby pots, and I gave them a couple of shrimp and that to put on their lines and stuff, and I said to them, because I'm munching away on, oh no, I said, what, there's sunflowers there, yeah? They said, yeah, salted sunflowers. And so he gave us a massive handful there, this massive sack full of it. He gave us a massive handful, and I went, hey, now, like, we're going to see some UFOs, I suppose. Nobody knows that reference? Fox Mulder, X-Files, sunflowers. Anyway, yeah, salted sunflowers, it's pretty cool actually, kids love them. They said, oh, we'll have to go and get some. I said, yeah, we'll have to go down to one of the spice shops and that, and go through and get some proper curry. I like curry. Excuse me. Ah, bloody lenses are falling apart. Go in the office later. It happens, man. Oh, we're right there. It's right there too. Are we going to get it before it? Might have to just. Yeah, it's not that far away. Come on. get it before time goes. As soon as we finish the paddock, and it shows us how much we process of how much money you get. For those who want to get it, we're not even going to finish the paddock. See up the top there, it's just about finished. So it is a contract work. But you can tell how long it takes to do one paddock. This is just one paddock, one of the smaller paddocks, or medium, I would say, paddock in this game. Like I've fallen asleep one night trying to do some of the big paddocks. Just continuously driving and that, and I just nodded off, and of course lost the contract because you've got to return to the... Oh, missed a bit over there. Yeah, got to do a break in a minute anyway. Yeah, with the contract and that, I didn't even get to complete it, so I stayed up all that time doing it, hours and hours on end, and then fell asleep. That's like when Dale Ranch come out, and I was driving the header on there with Darcy, joined Darcy's game multiplayer, and then we were doing this. We were driving the headers, and then when they were full, we just turned around and grabbed the semis and drove them up and emptied into the semis. And it took us 3 days real time. There we go. About 25 grand, and a time bonus of 7 grand. So that's cool, and that's us. This is American Outback map. Next time we'll be doing our own stuff. I'll buy some paddocks and that now. And next time, look at the hills, man. That's not the back of bloody the territory there. The Kimberleys, man. Not Kimberley. Yeah, the Kimberleys. And heading towards Alice. Anyway, that's me. That's us. Bye for now. If you can't be good at it. Woo-roo.